Hey guys, this is Chris, strat-o-matic Delaware, and this video is requested by BJ Wanlund, subscriber, good friend of the channel. How's it going, brother? I'm going to read you what he requested on one of the videos that I've made since I got back from the tournament, where I have all the writing on the cards now, the new stuff and everything. BJ, I'm going to find it. Alright, one moment. Where is it? There it is. Okay, BJ Wanlund writes, I have two questions, Chris. First, will you ever teach us about those chances you've written at the bottom of the cards and how to find them out for older cards, which we are going to in this video? And second, when was the regular season interleague play introduced? Well, I responded, it was around 95, I think. I don't remember the exact season, but that's close. He is just curious because he would like to see if Strat carded a particular Cubs player named Ken Hubbs, Hubbs. That doesn't appear to be carded in the 1961 set, even though he played a few games late in the 1961 season. Let's take that one, BJ. Because in my encyclopedia from the early 90s, it goes from Hubble to Huckleberry. There is no Hubbs. So are we sure on the spelling of that name? I don't have even anything in the encyclopedia. So I'm just curious to make sure. Definitely not carded, but not in the encyclopedia. So maybe the spelling of the name is wrong. I didn't see anything under Hobbs either. So just want to make sure on that. Get back to me on that, and we'll check it out. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and tackle the ratings. And I think the place to start with that is the new strat-o-matic ratings book that I got for the 2017 set. And show you what is in there and what I have decided is kind of important to have on the cards. It's got a rundown of what the different kind of ratings are, and in here you will see for batters and pitchers, BB, walk chances, hit chances, OB, on base chances, walks plus hit by pitch. That's the one that I use just to know how well they get on base. Total bases from hits only, home run chances, ballpark home run chances. So a W indicates weak power with no homer chances, and an asterisk indicates a player has no ballpark single chances. All players without an asterisk have 5 single chances. DP, ground ball A's. ST, advanced stealing grades. SP, runner rating. For batters only, actual 2017 at-bats, clutch performance, which I've got on mine. Stealing, supplemental stealing rating, lead and pick off success rate, bunting rating, hit and run rating, fielding, so they've got that all in one place. And for pitchers only, innings pitched in 2017, strikeout chances, and we'll get to chances as opposed to percentage here in just a moment. HO, hold rating, F, pitchers field rating and E rating, endurance, and also batting and bunting ratings. And this is what it looks like for each team, and this is the information that strat-o-matic has put into this. For your pitchers, versus lefty, versus righty, how many innings they pitched. Then you have your strikeout chances, walk, hit. This is broke down per pitcher, versus left, versus right. It's got the ratings here. Same for batters. It has it broken down per batter, versus left, versus right. Now you can write all of these ratings on both sides of the cards if you want. So far I've found 3 to be kind of crucial for hitters and 2 for batters, just to get an idea of what to expect as far as what they do. So, before we show how to figure out those ratings from the cards without having a rating guide to copy it from, let's go over dice probabilities again. You will see here that I have illustrated how many chances there are with 2d6 to roll a 2d6 sum. Of 2, there's 1 chance, snake eyes. 3, there's 2 chances. 4, there are 3 chances. To roll a 5 with 2d6, there are 4 chances, and on down the line. Now, also, I have written in 20%. Rather, I am sorry, that is not 20%, it's a d20. That is 5%. Which a d20, one of the sides on the d20 will come up 5% of the time. So 5% of 1 is 0.05. 5% of 2 is 0.10. These are the chances. 5% of 6 is 0.30. So not only do we have the number of chances that you will roll one of these 2d6 sums, we also have the 5% for rolling a particular side on the d20 with this many chances. And we'll get to that here right now, as a matter of fact. So, let's take Jake Wood, second baseman for the Detroit Tigers in 1961. Now, you're probably going to want to have something else to write on to keep track of this, because it can add up quick. It really can. Imagine finding myself unprepared. So, Jake Wood, okay? We're going to look at his card. Let's do verse lefties first. Now, for every result that comes where the 2's are, 2, 2, 2, for every result there, we count a 1, because there is only one chance to get that to happen. For any results that happen in the 7's, we are going to count 6 chances, because there are 6 chances out of 36 for that to happen. So let us count that first. We're going to do on base, which is base hits, walks, and hit by pitch. So, Jake Wood, now super advanced, he's got a split. So what we're going to do is, since 2 is one chance, let's do it this way. So that way we can see the chances. Since 2 is one chance, 2 is a 1 chance, we're going to write 1, and it's a split, a 1 to 2 split. So we'll draw a 2 there, okay? We'll do our splits on one side, we'll do our whole numbers on the other. No chance on 3 in the one column, no chance on 4, no chance on 5. 6 is a split to 1. So 6, there are 5 chances. So we'll do 5, 1, okay? 7, it's a split, but it's all hit. So 7 is 6 chances. So let's draw the 6 over there. No chance on 8. A walk, 9, 10, and 11 are all chances. Not worried about the ballpark on this one. 9, 10, and 11 are all chances. Okay? So 9 is a 4, 10 is a 3, 11 is 2 chances in 36. So let's go 4, 3, and 2. No chance on 12. So we have all the chances for a hit on the one column so far. The 2 column, hit by pitch, that's an on-base opportunity. So we will count that in 2. There's 1 chance to roll a 2. So let's do that. No chance on 3, 4, or 5. We have a chance on 6 and 7, singles. No chance on 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So 6 and 7 for the 2 column. 6 is a 5. 7 is a 6. So let's write in 5 and 6. Okay, strike column 3, and this is verse lefty. No chance on 2, it's a strikeout. No chance on 3, ground ball, first base, C. No chance on 4, fly ball, left field, B, question mark. We get to 5, and it's a 1 to 4 split. It's a single over a line out. So 5 is 4 chances, and it's a split. So we will write the bottom number in that split, 4. Okay? 6 is a hit. That is a full chance. So 6 is 5 chances. And you can see 7 ground ball shortstop A, 8 strikeout, 9 strikeout, 10 strikeout, 11 ground ball shortstop A. 12 is the final chance here with a walk, and 12 is a chance of 1. That is his verse lefty side. Sorry you couldn't see that. I apologize. We didn't need that much space. Okay, get that back up here so we can see everything. So that's what I was writing down up here. Anytime there is a split, like with the single here, the 2, there is 1 chance for it. The split was 1 to 2, so I wrote 1 for how many chances and 2 for the number of opportunities in that split. Again here with the 6. 6 is 5 chances, and the split is to 1. There's 1 out of 20 that will be a hit. That is 2 out of 20. That is 4 out of 20. That's the split. These are the chances. That's the split. Now let's total them up. First, let's do the whole chances. 6 and 4 is 10. Plus 5 is 15. Plus 5 is 20. Plus 5 is 25. Plus 6 is 31. 32, 33. Okay? Now 5% is 0.05. So we got 2. That will be 0.10. 0.25 is a 5% chance. There's only one of it, so 0.25. 5% chance of 4 is 0.20. So there's 4 of those, so that is 0.80. So we have a 5 here, 0, 5, 0, and then we have 1, 2 is 3, 8 is 11. Carry the 1, and I round it up to 1.2. And I add these together, 33 and 1.2. He has 34.2 on base chances versus lefties. Now what this means, it's not percentage, it's chances, because there are 36 chances for these D6 sums, 36 chances, 36 chances. So there are 108 chances. It's close to percentage. It is slightly above the percentage. Perhaps this might be about 31% chance of getting on base. But it's close enough. You will see his on-base chances out of 108. 36, 36, 36. So he will get on base 34.2 chances out of 108 versus left-handed pitchers. Let's do some more of the ratings I do. I write down double plays, and you're looking for ground ball A's. There is ground ball A's, not many. He has a ground ball A in his 7, so that is 6, and a ground ball A in an 11, 7, 8. So he's going to double play 8 chances out of 108. Very likely Jake Wood is not going to ground into a double play against a left-handed pitcher. Then we look at the clutch. What the clutch does is if it's an out, you read it as a single 2 stars or an SI2. If it is any kind of a hit, then you read it as a pop out. So his clutch, here's the omega sign, the horseshoe sign on an 8. So that is 5. And since it is an out, that means it's turning into a hit, so that is plus 5. There is another clutch symbol over here on a strikeout, and it's 3-8. That's another 5, so clutch is plus 10. What this means is, with runners in scoring position with 2 outs, that 34.2 on base chances turns into 44.2. May well want to bring him in with a lesser pitcher against a left-handed hitter in a clutch situation. Having this information enabled me to make a couple of much better decisions the second day, even though I only got to play 2 games. Having this handy, which I didn't have the first day. If I had I know how those games went, and I may very well have pulled out 2 or 3 of those games, and I could have been 7-5 or 6-6 instead of 4-8. Some of those games are very close, and having this information may have made the difference. So once again, let's go ahead and do it for versus right-handed pitchers so you can see how this is done. And then when we're done with that, I'll show you the defensive stuff that I jot along the top of the cards as well. So versus right-handed. Now we're going to do our hold chances first. Homer, well, no, just do it as we go. Don't worry about coming back and missing a split. So 2 is a 1. That is 1 chance in 36. And the split is to 9. So that will be 9 5% of 1 chance. That will be an on base. 3 is a walk. So that is 2 full chances. 4 is a foul out. 5 is a walk. That is 4 more full chances. 6 is a split. So 6 is 5 chances. But the split means it's going to be 3 5% of those 5 chances. We'll be doing the 5. We'll be doing 3.25s. This 0.25 would be one side on the D20. So 0.75 would be 3 sides on the D20. So that's 0.75 chances. We'll come back to that. This is going to be clear as mud, and if you have any questions, please comment and we'll try to work through it. We did 6. 7, triple over a single. That is a full chance for on base. So 7, we have 6 full chances. 8 is a ground out. 9 is a double over a single, so that is a full chance. 4. 10 is a triple, 11 is a single, 12 is a flyout, so 10 and 11 are chances. 10 is 3, 11 is 2. So let's write 3 and 2. Let's go to column 2. Hit by pitch is an on-base chance. So 2 is 1 chance out of 108. 3 is a ground out, 4 is a ground out, 5 is a strikeout. 6 is a single, but it's a split. So 6 is 5 chances, and the split is to 2. Just knowing where to go for this. It's easier just to think of it, how many chances, what the split is, and then you figure that out later. 7 is a single. That is a base hit. 6 chances. Then flyout, strikeout, grounder, grounder, line out, max. So nothing else in the 2 column. The 3 column starts with a walk. Rolling a 2, there is a 1 chance in 108. And we go the whole way through. Grounder, grounder, whiff, whiff, grounder, whiff, whiff, fly, grounder. We get down to 12, and super advanced, it is a split. So 12 is 1 chance. It's a split. And the split is to 2. Okay, let's count this out. Full first, there's 10, 6 plus 4. 4 plus 3 is 17. 2 and 1 is 3, that's 20. 22, 28, 29. Okay? 29 full chances to get on base against a righty. Now your splits. You have a 1, and 1 of those is 0.05. So 9 of those is 0.45. 9 times this equals this. 5 is 0.25. Times 3 is 0.75. Times 2 is 0.50. Back up to the 1, times 2 is 0.10. So we have 0.1, 0.6, well, let's do this. 5, 1, carry here, 5, 12, 17, 18, 1.8. Add these together, and his on base versus righties is 30, yep, .8. Has a better on base against lefties. But it's pretty close. I mean, that could be in strat-o-matic online or strat-o-matic PC parlance. That could be a 1L. But let's see what the double play looks like. And strikeouts, just curious. He's got a 5, an 8, a 9, an 8, a 9, a 10. Here he's got a 5, a 9, 5, 6, 8, 9. Just about the same, really. So let's go with double play chances. And these usually go across the board the same either way, but sometimes there is some change one way or the other. Double play chances, looking for ground ball A's. Any A's, there's one in his 6, in his 7 rather. So that is 6 chances. And there's one in his 11. 8 chances, so it is the same. Double play 8. And then let's look at the clutch. He's got a clutch in his 8 here. So that's +5. Since it's an out, it's changing to a single, so it's +5. If that was on a hit of any sort, you would make it minus because it's turning into an out, so you're taking away chances from the on base. So it is an out, so that is +5. And there's another one on an out on the 8, so that is +10. There are no other clutch chances. So against righties, he is +10, which means his on-base chances out of 108 go from 30.8 to 40.8. There are other players that'll have clutch +2, that'll have clutch -3, that'll have clutch -11. Yes, I did one for one of the teams, and I'm like, I don't want to use this guy. Handy information to have. And having it, if you use the clutch rule, if you really want to know whether a guy's going to get on base or not, it's really good to have, and you can go through and make more informed decisions about your bullpen. You can do this for pitchers as well. Go through and find out how many times they're going to let a batter get on base, how many strikeout chances there are, so you know whether he's going to strike out a lot. Maybe he's a guy who's going to get you out of a tough situation and keep the ball from being put into play. You can go with any of the ratings that we did earlier, or any rating that you want. Anything that you want to know how many chances there are, you can use the same system. You can find out how many times you're going to have a fly ball B for a batter, how many times he's going to have that sac fly with a guy on third, to see if he's somebody that you want there, you know, I mean, with a guy on third. There are any chances that there are here, you can put them anywhere you want on the card, really. I just started with these 3, and if there's more that I decide that are important, I'll put them there as well. So that is how you do the chances, like that. Now I'm going to show you my defensive notations on the top. Let me get my charts out. Here's a second baseman. So let's just get the second base chart out right there. Is a good place. Perfect. Okay. He is a second baseman. Now, what I put up here really only helps for if there's no runners on base all the time. It's much quicker to do here than have to dig into the chart. So he has a second base 4E26. Okay? So he is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 singles. So I will write second base. It's a hit to 6. So that way I know that if I roll 6 or higher on the D20, there's a base hit. If it's 7 or lower and nobody's on base, then I know that he had the range to get there. Like say if he was rated 1, I would just write range. So that way I would know no matter what, he had the range to get there. If there's nobody on base, don't have to worry about it. Then I will find their E rating. So he is an E26, and I will write down the E rating. I don't write down the rare play because 5 is always a rare play. 26, he has 13 and 15 for E1, one base errors. So I will write 13, 15, then I will write a dash. And as long as they have a 2 base error rating, then I will write it as well. E26, his 2 base error rating is 17. That way, if there's ever a need to do a defensive check and there's no one on base, all I have to do is this. Okay, 9, it's not a hit because it's only a hit through 6, and that's a total of 6. It's not an error. He made the play cleanly, got over to first. I don't have to dig this out all the time. So that is why I make these notations for defense on the top of the cards. Just something to help speed the game up a little bit, you know. Have more information handy. And if you don't mind marking up your cards, which I don't mind marking up my cards. I enjoy having information like this readily available. There are one set of cards I won't do because they are original and they're the 1979 set. And I'm not going to mark them up. Absolutely not. I made copies of the advanced sides so that way I can mess around with them, but the actual cards, I've got them under lock and key. I'm taking care of my 79 set. But all these reprints I'm not worried about. So this is how you determine the ratings, determine the chances on verse lefty, verse righty, and write them down here. And then also to, if you want to, jot down defensive capabilities. Now, if it was a man on first, and I rolled, okay, well now we know it's a single, because it's a hit to 6, so it's a single. And 12, we know it's not an error, but now we need to go over here and make sure with runners on base exactly what is going on. Single 1. So that is what we need to do there. Or single 2, as a matter of fact. So if there are runners on base, then we need to make sure nothing is here. But as long as there are no runners on base, having that information at the top of the card just speeds things up a wee little bit. It makes a difference. It does. I don't mind going to the charts, but if it speeds the game up for me a little bit, and it may not do it for you. It's just me putting this out there. It's something I do. And if you can use it, fantastic. If you don't want to use it, if it's a little too much, don't use it. Or if you want to figure it out, ask me more questions, and I'll tell you no lies. But hopefully I made that clear as mud. So BJ, thank you for requesting this video. I hope it helped. And anybody else, if you like the video, please like it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the little dinger bell thingy there by next to the word subscribe, so that way anytime I upload content, you'll be one of the first ones to know. Share me with your friends. BJ, thank you very much, brother. And guys, this is Chris, Strat-o-matic, Delaware. Keep on rolling.